In Nevada, your vehicle will be declared a total loss if the cost to repair the vehicle is equal to or exceeds 65% of the vehicle's fair market value. The fair market value is going to be determined by the insurance adjusters, and it's based off of what your vehicle was worth in Las Vegas immediately prior to the incident. So unfortunately, it's not based off of what you paid for the vehicle or even based off of how much you still owe on the vehicle. They're going to be taking a look at how much the vehicle was worth immediately prior to the accident happening. Once your vehicle is declared a total loss, the insurance company is going to send you what the payout is, and they will offer you that payout again based off of the fair market value that I just discussed. Generally, they're going to want you to provide the title of the vehicle to them, and then once all the paperwork's approved for the total loss, they'll get that payout sent out pretty quickly. One thing to keep in mind is if you lease or you have a loan on your vehicle, and so which means your vehicle is not paid off yet, then the payout will go to the financial institution for the loan or the lease. So make sure that you're aware that if you still owe money on your vehicle, that payout actually isn't going to you. That payout is going to go to the loan holder or the lien holder to get that paid off first, and then any remaining funds would get sent to you directly. So that brings up another big consideration is getting what's called gap insurance on your vehicle. So some of the most unfair situations I've seen is where clients, still owe quite a bit on their vehicle, and then the fair market value of the vehicle is a lot lower than still what they owe. And so you're in a situation where, you're not at fault for this accident, you didn't choose this, your vehicle's totaled, which means it's definitely a bad accident, you're probably hurt, and now you're informed that not only is your vehicle a total loss, but the fair market value of the vehicle is less than what you owe. And so in that situation, you would have to actually come out of pocket to pay off the lien holder for the rest of the vehicle, and this is a vehicle that you no longer have. So please make sure that you get gap insurance or take a look at getting gap insurance on your policy so that situation doesn't happen to you. The worst thing that can happen is that you're now out of pocket after an accident that's not your fault. A lot of clients want to know, is there anything that I can do to raise that fair market value, or can we negotiate with them to get a higher amount for my vehicle? And generally, there's not a whole lot we can do, unfortunately. All of the property damage is highly regulated by the Nevada revised statutes, and so basically once they've paid out on the total loss for the fair market of your vehicle, their job is done. There's a few scenarios, one being if you had any major upgrades to the vehicle that you have proof for. So if you've enhanced the vehicle in any way, or maybe recently you just put in a new engine, things like that, that could raise the fair market value of the vehicle, but you have to have supporting documentation for that. So if you do plan on doing anything like that to your car, make sure you're saving all your receipts or any documentation you have, so that if we need to use that to raise the fair market value, we can. Another thing to think about is the rental coverage and how you can get in a rental car after your vehicle has been declared a total loss or during that process. And again, because this is, like I said, a very unfair part of the process, rental coverage isn't great when it comes to the total loss of the vehicle. So yes, you can generally get into a rental car very quickly, especially if you're using your own insurance company and you have that on your policy. But either way, generally you can get a rental car while they're inspecting the vehicle and kind of coming to the determination of whether or not your vehicle is a total loss. However, once that offer is made to you on the total loss, typically most insurance companies want you to return that rental car within 3 days. And so that's not a lot of time, especially because you're out of a vehicle now, right? And so usually 3 days isn't enough time for you to go out and look at a new vehicle and figure out how you're going to get in another car. So keep that in mind. Generally, you're going to need some sort of backup plan when your vehicle is declared a total loss, because you have to return the rental car so soon after that's been presented to you. And that doesn't matter whether it's your own insurance company that's offering the total loss or the other insurance company, or whether you have 30 days on your rental period or 10 days on your rental coverage. Generally, they want you to return that vehicle pretty quickly because, again, by law, once they've made that total loss offer to you, their work is pretty much done. If you're in a situation where you think your vehicle is going to be declared a total loss or it's been declared a total loss and you have any questions, please give us a call at Kaplan Law Group 702-381-8888 so we can give you help today.